Okay, hello. Gosh, it's been a while, so forgive me if I forgot how to stream. And you'll probably hear Dragon in the background as well. Hi everyone. Welcome in House Vincent. Is that how you say it? Vincent? I will discuss the elephant of the room. The new model. I can call you Vin. Alright, I got it. Yeah, this is the PRISM customizable model by, Aki and Mizi. I spent a little bit of time customizing it and everything. Okay, now to discuss the reason I've been gone. Oh gosh. I'm kind of nervous to discuss this just because it's so recent. But my partner and moderator of the chat, Dragon, had a heart transplant on October 2nd. He has a genetic condition, which caused dilated cardiomyopathy. I don't know if anyone knows exactly what that means, but basically an enlarged heart and heart failure. So on September 27th, we went to the ER for his symptoms, expecting to be given some medication that we usually have that usually works to help him and be sent home, but they said his heart was in such bad condition that he had to be life-flighted over to the research hospital. Hi, Mello. So he was life-flighted over to the research hospital. It's a few-hour drive away. Fortunately, the helicopter was much faster. So yeah, and you know, they did a bunch of tests at the hospital in the ICU, and they determined that he would need a heart transplant or else he would pass away. It was that urgent. And so very quickly, very quickly did they get the heart transplant. And it was a whirlwind. Oh my gosh. It was, sorry, my nose is running. It was scary. But he's doing really good now. We spent a few weeks in the ICU for him. While he was healing, he was attached to a few different machines to help, you know, his system after the transplant, before and after the transplant. So we spent a few weeks there and had to stay around kind of because it was so far, and just to make sure we were keeping up with his appointments, because in the beginning they want to see you weekly, and then it kind of tapers off to bi-weekly, then once a month, and then once every 6 months. Including a lot of like biopsies and blood work, and just to make sure his body's working properly. And because of this situation, I am now his full-time caretaker. I take care of him at home. I keep track of his medication and a lot of other stuff like his blood pressure, just to make sure his body is working properly, including his weight, because an unfortunate side effect is keeping fluid around the heart, which is not very good. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, guys. I really appreciate it. And we reached our follower goal of 50. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so it's been a lot. I feel like I missed an entire month just from being in the hospital with Dragon and everything. And I didn't know what was going to happen after, like how our life would look, but it's, you know, it's weirdly normal. I guess because we're both used to him just taking so much medication and already not being in good health for the last 5 years, so it's not a big of a change as I had expected. Sorry, this is all a lot to discuss. I'm trying not to cry. I'm also quite nervous being back. Thank you, Vin. I appreciate that. That means a lot. He's doing really, really well, actually. His scans have shown no biopsy, oh my god. His biopsies have shown no rejection, which is the main issue that can arise. Your immune system basically attacks the new organ because it can't recognize it as its own cells. It kind of like when you have a bacteria or virus, your body attacks it because it's seen as a foreign object. So when you get literally a new heart, it is seen as a foreign object, and so your body will try to attack it. But his body hasn't attacked it, probably due to all of the medication and stuff to prevent that. But his body's adjusting very, very well. I ran a 3-minute ad break, but it wants me to run more ads. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I am his full-time caretaker for a little bit. It will be a long journey for healing. And it's gonna be a long process. But I'm just glad he's better, because his health beforehand was just not very good. So yeah, that's kind of the major update. Secondly, I did again get a new model. I think I'll show off a little bit of it while we're here. I have a few toggles that I can kind of go over. First one being an alternate hairstyle. I thought it'd be cute. So my design is inspired by pastel goth fashion, which is a Tumblr fashion from around the 2010s. And I noticed buns were actually a pretty common style with it, but I also like my Hime cut hair a lot. Another one is cat mode, which is a redeem with channel points if you guys are interested. And then, as is tradition, my demon eyes. And there's a few other pre-made toggles with the model, which I'll probably go over those eventually. You love goth styles? Yeah, I love goth styles as well. Pastel goth is kind of a fusion of, I want to say, Harajuku inspired goth aesthetic, including pastel colors and a lot of patterning into more dark style. Which is, it's quite interesting. I've loved the fashion for a very long time. Okay, so I'll show you kind of the overall edits I made. So first thing is my spiked headband. I did the texture myself, so it doesn't look fantastic, but I think it looks cute, as well as my neck bandage. And then I tried to make it look like a dress with the cross on the bottom body. Your VTuber is very gothic. It's all over the place. Cool. I like goth fashion. Yeah, standard goth, like traditional goth fashion, I think is really, really pretty. And Victorian goth. Another thing is my pattern tights. I have crosses on these as well. It doesn't look the best. I could definitely put more effort into fixing the texture, but I think it looks good. And then big goth boots, which I might add some spikes to these as well. So yeah, that's that's an. Oh, thank you for the sub, Dragon. I appreciate it. And the difference between jelly and jam is the sugar content. I know what you're trying to get me to do, and I'm not going to say it. And if you say it in chat, I'm going to take mod away from you and ban you again. Do you understand? Thank you, Mello. I appreciate it. Also, Dragon is right next to me, so you can probably hear him saying, "Oh, I rage baited. I rage baited." Twitch, please. I did a 3-minute ad already. I don't want another 3-minute ad. It says running a manual ad means it will cancel the other ones, but it's not. I hate this. Okay. Oh, you explained it. You explained the bit last night. I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Alright, going over some of the regular toggles. I'll zoom in a little bit for this. Okay. First one. Heart eyes. Then sparkle eyes. Dollar sign. This one's like a plead. Oh! Oh my god! I think that was perfect timing for slapping me with the cheese. Was the sound effect too loud? I turned it down, but I don't know if it was really loud. Oh, wait, I don't know if you... Wait, I don't think I have desktop audio on. Yeah. Oops. Hold on, I'm gonna test it. There we go. Okay. We could... Thanks for the pets. Okay. And then the sulking. And angry. And then I think, yeah, my last two, I have kitty and demon. There are other ones? Other expressions? Oh, yeah. There is... this one. Blushing. And confused or dizzy. And crying. I think this model is absolutely... Oh, excuse me. Absolutely gorgeous. The angry looks kind of cunty, thank you. Gosh, I think I went over everything that I wanted to talk about already. Yeah, I think I talked about everything so far. Alright, so how has everyone else been over this last month? Did everyone have a good Halloween? Spooky month? I had a lot of ideas. I wanted to collab with a lot of people over the month of October for just horror themed stuff, and unfortunately I wasn't able to really do anything, which makes me sad. But I do have one idea, which is doing like a spooky Christmas. Which I think would be fun. And I have a horror month in December, which I don't know if you guys know, but there is an old tradition of which you tell scary stories during Christmas. You shall steal the moon. Oh my gosh. That seems like a lofty thing to do. But there's a lot of horror-based things for Christmas, like Krampus. The story of Krampus. I think that's how you say it. I don't really know what games to play for the horror Christmas. I do have a lot of things lined up, and I do want to finish the games I started before my unexpected hiatus. So we'll probably finish those up. And there is a lot of like horror game slop, like goofy Christmas horror games maybe we could play on stream. Okay, there is an ad break incoming. I will probably get up and get some more water or something while the ad plays.
I just want you down a container of paint. Don't make it.
Okay. Wait. Wait. Is this ad starting soon, but there's no ad?
You're like, okay.
Huh? Oh. I think it's broken. I think it's broken. Maybe the ad in the beginning did actually change the timing, but it didn't update in the ad manager, so it said there's an ad gonna play. Okay, that's strange. Anyway. You can think of a few horror Christmas games? Alright, if you can suggest them to me, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to hear your suggestions. Oh, there's the ad. Okay. Alright, ads are over. Welcome back, everyone. I should probably drink my tea before it gets cold. My tea of choice today is chamomile with a heaping scoop of honey, just to keep my throat moist for talking for so long. Because, again, for everyone new here, I have a disorder that causes my throat to get really swollen, and talking aggravates it, so I try not to talk for too long, but yeah, sometimes it happens. I am a yapper, that is for sure. Welcome back, welcome back. You know, I was thinking, while I was BRB, that, one of my mutuals, Vesper Nestia, on her stream during her ad breaks, she has like a BRB screen that says like game paused, and it only takes up half the screen instead of like a full BRB. And I thought that was so cute. So I might look into seeing if I can get something similar or make something similar, because I think that would be really cute. Ooh, Nightmare Nexus has a kind of fake ad during ads where he has his own advertisements run. It's kind of like a silly thing with like a VHS style screen, and it goes over like his gamer subs code and all of that and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. So maybe I can do something like that. I've also seen people run like old clips during ad breaks, which would be kind of nice. Just to kind of keep it more entertaining while paused, because ads suck. I hate running them. I wish I didn't have to. I hate pre-rolls even more. So unfortunately, I have to make the decision between doing ads and getting pre-rolls, or not getting pre-rolls, or doing no ads and getting pre-rolls. So you usually use a sticky note image and slap it on your forehead where there's an ad. Yeah, I think you can use the sticky note plugin for VTuber Models plus StreamerBot to do it automatically, which might be nice. I've been wanting to look into doing the like sticky note thing because I think it's cute. I've seen a lot of VTubers use it and I like it a lot. But I'm not like super into the VTubing community. I kind of just started not knowing too much about how it works, other than a lot of VTubing has to do with idol culture, like Japanese idol culture, especially things like Hololive. So I'm still learning what is best and what is kind of common within the VTubing community. What else did I see that would be cool? I swear there was something else. I wonder if I could kind of combine the effects, like do kind of like a VHS style, like game paused, like old horror game screen. Oh, Lena Lazar also has that too, kind of like a game pause screen, like in the style of old horror games for her BRB. The VTuber community when you're new is something, yeah. I don't even involve myself in the community too often, and I see some interesting drama on the daily. I see some interesting stuff happen. And a lot of it's like high school drama, and I am too old for that. I'm like over 2,000 years old. I don't have to. I don't gotta deal with that, you know? I came from the depths of hell to help humanity, and yet I see some stuff that I feel like would be better resolved if people were more mature in talking to each other. And people that want to offer you deals. Oh, yeah, the bots. I've gotten some interesting DMs. I recently had someone message me, which I didn't see because it went to the auto hold, like, spam message thing. I was like, want to trade models? And I'm like, what? What kind of scam are you running? But yeah, I do think that a lot of the VTuber community would be better if, like, people are just a little bit more mature with it. And there are certain things that I don't think are worthy of their reaction. I get some people can't help the way they react to things, and it's more of like quick emotional moment. However, I think if people just were like, hey, what's going on to each other and talked it out privately, that things would be better. Yeah, Mello, it was weird. I think they didn't even have any content on their page, so I had no idea what they meant by trading models. Other than, like, I give them my model files and then they just run away with it. They try to get you to commission them because you made your model yourself. Yeah, I've gotten that before, where I thought it was like a real person talking to me, because I was completely new, again, completely new, and I realized after a little bit it's a bot, and they're like, do you want to commission me for a model? I was like, no, I don't. Why don't you get your model made by a professional artist is what someone sent to you today. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's kind of like salt in the wound. Like, if you made your model yourself, you obviously have the skills to be considered a professional artist. You know, there are a lot of free assets that make model making easier. But that's so rude. It's like telling you your model looks like ass. Yeah, I've gotten those before. It's like, get your model made. And I'm like, oh no, I don't care. I don't care about this scam thing you're running right now. I use customizable models just because it's such an easy access thing. I'm not good enough of an artist to make one myself entirely from scratch, but I am good enough of an artist to edit textures, I think. So I do that because I think it's easier for me. I did have someone I was talking to in order to have a custom model made, but I had to kind of put that on the back burner for now because I've just been busy and I don't know kind of what the future is going to look like and how much money I'll actually be able to put down for a model and how I'll be able to afford it, because I want to make sure I'm paying the artists fair wage, you know? And a lot of the artists' prices are pretty high up there for the work that is put into it. Your model's different from most. It's not PNG or 2D or 3D. Oh, really? Do you use what's it called? I know it. I used it once. I don't have it installed, so Vroid. That's what I'm thinking of. Is it a Vroid model? Actually, I could just take a look at your channel. Oh, you do use a Vroid. How cute! Oh my gosh, you're like a haunted doll. Wow, you're so cute. You used to make models for fun, then you made your current one and thought, why not stream? Oh! That's so cool! Yeah, I messed around in VRoid once a little bit, but I'm not very good with 3D, I think. I'm more of a 2D person. I used to, not edit game files of a certain MMO, if you catch my drift. And my friend had to help me a lot because 3D is just not my thing. I used to mess with, well, I customized mods in Final Fantasy XIV, allegedly. Yeah, 3D is not my thing. I don't understand it too much. But 2D I get. 3D has its upsides. You can pose it however you want and make your model dance. Oh, cool! That's cute! One of my friends, Miss Ho, I think, uses VRoid or a 3D model, and she, for her stream, kind of sits, has like a sitting pose, and like has an animation where she bounces up and down like she's floating, and it's really, really cute. So she like sits at the side of her gaming screen. You can get jiggy. There was actually a customizable 3D model using Warudo that was released pretty recently by Pastel, I think? Pastel is the name? My mutual showed it on her front page stream the other day. Yeah, Pastel and Palette did the first customizable 3D VTuber model with Warudo. It's actually really, really cute. And they've done a lot of work on it, I can tell. They're adding body sliders now, so you can customize kind of like if you want to be like chibi or if you want to be like a chubbier size. It's really cool. It eats your PC. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've never messed around with Warudo, and I've heard it can take up a lot of resources. I think a lot of VTubing does, because you have to have so many programs open for everything. If you want to do a lot, that is. And that's very basics. It can be pretty easy, like PNG Tuber, what I used to do. I just have VitoTube open in my PNG Tuber. And it was not as resource intensive, but I built my new PC pretty recently, so it has a lot more resources I can use in order to stream more effectively. I saved up a lot of money for it. Hi Blue, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Your stream setup is very scuffed. Yeah, that's usually how it is. In my past life, my streaming was very scuffed. I had such a like low to mid tier PC, and I used Streamlabs OBS, or I don't think they call it Streamlabs OBS anymore. It's Streamlabs, and it was so resource intensive. I had no idea what I was doing, but I looked up a lot of tutorials, and that's kind of how I learned how to stream. I was just looking up tutorials. If I have a question, I Google it. My tea's like room temp now. That's probably better on my throat than drinking it too hot, though. You use VC Face, VitoTube, TTS Wizard, TTS, so your chat can talk, OBS, and whatever game you're playing. Wow, that is a lot. currently I have VTube Studio, VBridger, OBS, and Mix It Up. I don't have any like TTS things, but I want to try StreamerBot or something like that because I watch Phlox. Their tutorials are really, really good. It's Phlox with a PH, PHLOX. And their tutorials are really, really good, and they go over a lot of what you can do with all of that. So I've been interested in trying it out and seeing what I can do. It's a lot for your little PC, I can imagine. Yeah, my old PC, it was that one of my fans didn't work. The front panel connections didn't work. I had a lot of old parts and kind of... it was a lot put together. It now is working as a little Minecraft server, which is probably going to be its use. I could probably take out its parts and combine them with my partner's old computer as well, because I built him one. You want tea? It's cold in your room. And by cold, do you mean 80 degrees? You get cold so easily now. Imagine it here, Blue. It's much, much colder. You're gonna freeze when you come visit. But yeah, I recommend slowly upgrading your PC over time if you can save up money, especially RAM. Upgrade your RAM first, because RAM is very useful for running a lot of programs on your computer. If it's compatible with newer RAM. And slowly upgrading is going to be a lot more affordable in the long run and a lot easier to do than outright buying a new PC. Your hands are freezing, your computer is right in line of the vent that blows cold air. You turn off your AC! You're a TTS streamer, so an overworked PC means none of the words actually come out right. Oh, is it similar to what Zentrea does? The, like, voice to text to speech kind of thing? Which I think that's cool. That's really, really cool. I think the whole way that works is interesting. The air temp is warm, but there's always cold air blowing on you. Oh gosh. Go get tea then, silly. What tea would you make? Would you make some of your black tea or would you have matcha? Especially when you can buy everything on sale, you can get a $1,500 computer for $1,000 brand new. Yeah, if you're good at tracking prices, which PC Part Picker does for you, if you're good at tracking prices and you watch out for sales, stuff like that, it's probably one of the best ways to get into upgrading your PC. I actually got my 4070 for, what was it, $700 or $800, which is a steal now if you look at prices. It's crazy. Because I literally saw the price had dropped a ton and just instantly bought one. I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm just gonna buy it right now. And it was a very, very good idea because like 2 weeks later, it was back up in the thousands. Too late in the day for you and you've already had a little bit of coffee. Oh, you had coffee today? Dang. You rarely drink coffee, Blue. That's crazy. And I guess it is 1. I didn't realize how late it was for us. You need to buy caffeine-free tea. Me too. I was thinking about it the other day because Dragon's Nana, while we were there, had some caffeine-free black tea. And interestingly enough, it had like a really, really sweet flavor to it. I couldn't tell why. It was like a regular black tea, but it was so good. And I was like, I kind of want to get some caffeine-free black tea just to have in the evenings or something. I'm drinking a chamomile right now, but I know it's going to make me really sleepy. The only downside to slowly buying your parts is being patient. Absolutely. It requires so much patience. It was so tempting to buy everything at once when you bought your PC a couple of years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's tempting to do. But it's way more affordable, and it just requires more patience to buy things when you check prices and buy them at discounted prices, waiting for sales and stuff like that. PC building is fun. I've done it, how many times now? See, I built my original PC with my brother's help. Then I built Dragon's brother's PC. Then my new one. A friend of ours I helped build. And Dragon's PC. So I think that's 5 now that I've helped build. I didn't pick out all the parts myself or like assemble them entirely myself. I've always had help doing it, except for my PC. My PC, I picked out all my parts. And I think Dragon's PC I designed as well. But yeah, when it comes to assembling it, I've always had help. So I won't say I've done it entirely myself, but it's something I've always been kind of interested in. Building PCs is really quite fun. It's like a big puzzle. Caffeine-free black tea is interesting. You stay away from decaf tea because you recall it never being fully able to fully extract all the caffeine from tea without destroying it. Yes, that is correct. You can't get rid of all of the caffeine just due to the chemical process of decaffeination. But it's negligible. It's like 1 milligram of caffeine type deal, 1 to 2. So I don't think it's too big of a deal, but I guess it depends on your caffeine tolerance. You want chamomile? It's your favorite herbal tea? Yeah, it's one of my favorite herbal teas as well. It's just so relaxing. But it does naturally have a sedative effect. Yes. Oh my gosh, Dragon just did a little dance. He gave me a kiss on the head. Chamomile is very, very good. Especially with honey. I put way too much, so it's really, really sweet, but I thought it would be better to coat my throat with a bunch of honey. It has been helping. My throat got very, very swollen last night, so I woke up kind of in pain, but I've been trying to take care of it today. The only thing I haven't done is taken anti-inflammatory medication, like ibuprofen. I think I should have, honestly, with how bad it's feeling. I just take it so often that my liver is probably exploding itself. Blue. You should do the cheese slap.
A whole lot of
You should do the cheese slap and see what happens. Thoughts? Good sound effect? Question mark. You like it? Okay, I'm gonna go over a little story on looking for that sound effect. So a lot of my sound effects, including like my alerts for follows and subs and all of that, are from freesound.org. It's great. You can get sound effects in the Creative Commons license, which means you can use it for whatever you want without having to credit anyone. Which I really appreciate that people do that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look for a kind of like wet slap noise for the cheese, because I thought it would be kind of funny So I looked at free sound. I put in wet slap in. And the first one was like, this may contain adult content, or like content that not everyone wants to see. I was like, it's a wet slapping noise. That's probably why it says this. So I clicked on look, show anyway. Guys, this sound effect was someone riding a adult toy with like their voice in it. I'm not even kidding. And I was like, okay, yeah, that explains why that censorship was there. So I just was like, I'm gonna ignore that, and I kept scrolling until I found this sound effect that was perfect. Can I make the cheese track when it lands on my head? Oh, it should move with my head when I turn it on. Hold on. Let me turn it on real quick. Oh, thank you for the follow. Where's... Oh. So, it should stick to my head? Oh, huh. It kind of doesn't really stick. Oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah, it's stuck to my head now. Okay, there we go. You can't test without being poor. Well, I could edit it to be a GIF. Take the image so that it like slides down my face and fades. But I'll have to make sure that the person who made the asset is okay with that. I believe they would be, but I'd like to ask permission before I just, you know, edited their content into something like that. Because it's the same artist that did my sub badges that I have. Your stream keeps buffering. My internet's been bad, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's also on my end. I did restart my router. That didn't really seem to help very much. So I'll have to go probably restart my PoE and check the radios. Make sure all the cables are not chewed into. And I think it would be funny if I edited the cheese to like kind of slide down my face. You ate them? You ate my cables? I wouldn't be surprised if like a chipmunk or squirrel chewed into them, to be honest. We have a bunch of them around here. Unfortunately, a lot of the troubleshooting comes down to me because I have a setup that is not set up by the actual internet company. Do I like horror movies or just games? I like horror movies as well. One of my favorites was As Above, So Below. I've rewatched that one a few times. I think it's so interesting. I grew up watching the I guess they're kind of comedy horror, the Final Destination movies. I watched them at way too young of an age, and so the log scene has really it's scarred me for life. Do you like horror movies too? You thought the wires were Twizzlers? Ah, so it was you that chewed into them, Vin. Yummy, yummy cat cables. Coax cable. Someone spoiled As Above for you, so you never watch it. Even though you got spoiled, I think you should watch it anyway. I think it's a good... Okay, I don't know if this is a, like, bad opinion, but I watch things anyway, even if I got spoiled for them, because I think the experience is worth it, regardless of being spoiled. For, Infinity Castle, I got spoiled a little bit, but I watched the movie anyway, and I enjoyed it a lot. Because I didn't read the Demon Slayer manga, I've only seen the anime. So, I got spoiled on Twitter, but I watched the movie anyway, and I really, really liked it, and I'm glad I went to watch it regardless of being spoiled. So what is your favorite horror movie, Breaking? I do recommend you watch As Above, So Below, regardless of being spoiled. You couldn't help yourself? Yeah, the cables are tasty, even. I get it. The funny thing is the cable has little copper cables inside that are twisted. So they're like Twizzlers that you can pull apart and eat. That is true. I have seen the inside of them. Call Ethernet cables Twizzlers from now on. I bet your coworkers are gonna be so confused by that. Hi, Chell. Have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by. What is... You know, one thing I actually don't know. What do fiber optic cables look like on inside? I'm gonna look this up. The cross-section of fiber optic cable. Oh. That's interesting. Huh. So there's like a lot of cables kind of coiled up into bigger cables. And then all of those bigger cables inside of an even bigger cable? Huh. That's interesting. I kind of want to know what it looks like when they're actually, like, glowing, but I... Oh, thank you for the follow. A big Twizzler to share for everyone. Exactly. We should go down and eat the giant fiber optic cables in the ocean just like sharks do. Start munching, yeah. They look so tasty.
I will say this though, come on man, it's ready.
But the those fiber optic cables in the ocean are shielded so well because of how much the like creatures just start chewing on them. I've seen videos of sharks eating them. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna save this image. Here. This is gonna be us. I fucking love eating fiber optic cables. You're creatures, you just gotta bust open to get the best part. True.
More of a fan of food. I fucking love food. Ugh, stupid. Oog, funny. Dude, I bet you.
Okay, I'm gonna delete that image now. Goodbye, shark eating fiber optic cable.
How can you protect his family from a saber-toothed tiger? I bet you Ugg didn't even bury his meat. much longer.
Brain empty right now. Oh my gosh.
That's why nobody ever became a gamer. We're bad.
I get so distracted while streaming that like my train of thought just dissipates. I'll have something in my brain to talk about and then it just poof, gone. What else could we discuss? What other horror movies have I watched recently that were good? I guess Dracula is a horror movie. That one was good. A lot of it was really like disturbing in a way. Like genuinely disturbing. And kind of off-putting. But it was still a really good movie. I liked it. I've actually never read the original Dracula novel, which I should do. I have read
You made Square too. I didn't really care about Square.
What is it?
Kind of a mid-tier drop.
The Lesbian Vampire short story. Carmilla. That's good. I liked Carmilla. It's off-putting? Very gothic. Atmospheric, if you will. The struggles of finding small streamer VTuber friends. Yeah. Like finding actual like authentic people in the community is crazy difficult. Because like 90% of the people on Twitter are bots. And then the people that are real just have so much like I don't know. There's a lot of drama and I personally want to avoid that, so I don't get involved. Fortunately though, I did find a community to kind of join, so I do have some VTuber friends. VTuber slash PNG tuber friends. I guess PNG tubers are VTubers. I consider them such.
Running out of lore. Did we hate Ook or did we like Ook?
What other horror movies have I seen?
The one that sucks. He likes blue, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I like blue.
Not much recently. Like, not a lot of new releases. I really want to watch the Good Boy movie, the one about the dog that can see ghosts. That one looks really, really, really good. And I like the concept in general. I think it'd be cool. There was a game that was being developed about a cat that could see ghosts and you can go through houses and stuff, but unfortunately it got cancelled and it was so sad. They're either bots leagues ahead of you or in drama, yeah. That's so true. I mean, I did reach out to someone who's leagues ahead of me, Vesper Nestia, because she was going through something and I sent her a message and then we became mutuals on Twitter, so maybe it's worth just, you know, kind of shooting your shot and just sending a message to someone and, you know, talking. Even if you think that you'll never get a response. I literally said in the message, like, I don't know if this is immediately gonna go to filtered messages, but I just want to say, like, I really like your content and you've inspired me a lot to stream and make content and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say thank you, and people appreciate you even if you are struggling right now. And she was like, thank you so much. And yeah, I've been inspired by her a lot and I really appreciate what she does. So sometimes, even though it's scary, it's worth talking to people who are leagues ahead of you. And not that I want to, you know, social climb with that sort of thing, because I think that's rude. But I want to form, like, genuine connections and stuff. One thing I don't do is I don't really talk in Discord servers a lot. I get too nervous. But I do want to make an effort to do that more and talk to other people. I kind of just sit and lurk in Discord servers, but excuse me. I think if I made an effort and, you know, sat in voice channels or joined like community nights and stuff like that, I could make more friends. Even the friends I have now, I don't think I talk to very much. Do I have my own Discord server? It's in the works currently. I kind of have like a very bare bones setup with a few friends in there, but it's not open to the public quite yet. Hi Luke, how are you? Welcome in. If you guys don't know Luke, he is the cutest Gengar known to man, so please go follow him. I'm gonna give a shout out. Yes, you. Sorry I haven't been able to stop by your streams recently. I've been so busy. And I will make a clip of the announcement at the beginning of the stream that I made regarding of like why I've been gone for so long. But TLDR, my partner Dragon had a heart transplant at the beginning of October, and I am now his full-time caretaker, so we've been quite busy over the last month. So yeah, that means I haven't really been able to stop by in streams or talk to anyone. I've tried, but I've been busy. Yeah, it is a big shock, but just know that everything's good now. He's doing really, really well. Yeah, I've been busy. I promise I've been busy, I'm sorry. You've been lacking on the streams lately yourself. I see. I did see a little bit ago that you were live and I wanted to stop by, but I just didn't get the chance to. I'm mostly active like in the morning now and get kind of busier in the evenings. So I think that also prevents it, just my schedule, having more free time in the morning than... That's actually fucking insane, bro. But yeah, I want to make a return to streaming as well, and I want to do a lot of more edited content as well, just kind of chatting videos on like shorts and stuff. I think it'd be fun. I've had a renewed kind of sense of direction. How's the caretaking been? It's a lot. He has a lot of medications, so I have to make sure I'm doing everything correctly every week, and his medication changes depending on a lot of factors, so what I'm giving him and how often. So I have to be quite careful with that, and I have to like take his blood pressure and temperature and weight and make sure he's eating enough and all of that. Some parts he can do is himself now. In the beginning I was very much like doing everything, but he can do a lot by himself now, which is good. I want to encourage him to do stuff by himself because they say the sooner you get up and moving after a heart transplant, the better you'll heal. They want you walking around and being active really, really soon after. I swear the next day after his transplant, he stood up, was like doing little steps in place, little marches, and then walked over to a chair with the help of the nurses and was out of the bed and into the chair, just because your blood flow after your transplant matters a lot. And they want you moving around. It's taxing, yeah, for sure, for sure. But now he can, you know, cook breakfast and lunch himself and stuff like that, and I don't have to hand him his medication. He can usually grab it. I just have to make sure I fill the pill box and get him his, like, there's a specific mouthwash he has to use, stuff like that. But yeah, just encouraging him to do whatever he can when he can, because that's really, really important after transplant. Oh, I'm sorry, Luke. That sucks. I'm sorry. The heart has been coming up a lot. Yeah, I've noticed. You know, something kind of disturbing. But we were watching NCIS on the TV in the ICU, and right after the transplant, and there was an episode about a guy who took hearts and put them in like jars, and he was like, "Can you turn this off, please?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll turn it off." Yeah, thank you, thank you. It is good that he's healing really well, and I owe it to the amazing team he had at the hospital. His scar looks immaculate, and you know a surgeon really cares when the scar is healing really well. But yeah, Dragon has a genetic condition which caused his heart to fail. It was kind of an expected thing. He was put onto the candidate list 5 years ago, transplant candidate list, which is separate from the actual transplant list. But if you are on the candidate list, basically you can get pushed to the actual transplant list faster because of this situation you're going through. So it was expected that this would happen eventually. We just didn't know exactly when. So when it did happen, it was scary, but we were all already kind of prepared that it was going to. It's amazing what people can do these days with medicine. Exactly. We went to a research hospital, which has genuinely some of the most up-to-date research in the world at the moment. So they know what is good and what the research is showing now. And before, 5 years ago, it was stay at the hospital for 3 months. But now it's like, well, we sent you home 2 weeks after. Because the research just shows that, you know, moving around and stuff like that is way better for your health. And a lot of the medications, too, that he takes are just amazing. Before, with his medications to treat, they were just so difficult for him to take, and they just weren't working very well kind of up there at the end. And now, he's taking them fine, and they seem to be working really, really well for his body. So it's good to see that change. Gotta keep moving, yeah. There is no way forward. Or no way other than forward. Can't go backward now. And there will be a long road, that is for sure. Because you're not fully healed for up to a year, I believe. And it kind of, you know, the medication and the appointments and all that will taper off, but the projected, like, full healing time is 1 year. I had to basically become a nurse for all of this. I was paying attention while in the ICU and talking with the nurses and learning a lot about all of his medication and stuff like that. Which some of it I knew beforehand, some of it was also new. So it was kind of a mix. I've always been interested in like the medical field. And so there are certain things I kind of knew beforehand. So it's not a huge adjustment for me to be, you know, doing this home nursing thing. Your niece has been in the hospital for almost 2 years now. Oh, wow. If you don't mind me asking, how come? You don't have to answer if you're not comfortable. That's a long time to be in the hospital. I'm sorry. That month felt like forever. I can't imagine. She was born without an esophagus? Oh. That's such an interesting thing. Very shocking. I didn't know that could happen. Wow. So is there an alternate way to get nutrition? Sort of like a... What would it be called? Not exactly a... Well, I guess a feeding tube, but there are different kinds of feeding tubes. Is it like through a central line? Because I know they could do that. Sorry, taking a sip of tea. You're not super knowledgeable of the details? Okay, that's fine. Mello! Hi! Thank you! I was just talking about you earlier. I mentioned that I had a model artist lined up and that I had to cancel on you. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Just because I didn't know it was gonna happen. She has a feeding tube. I see, I see. Well, that's good to hear that, you know, there are ways around kind of her condition and stuff, and, you know, despite being in the hospital for so long, I hope that your niece is doing well. Lots of soup and tea. Yeah, every time I stream, I have a cup of tea with honey just because I want to protect my throat from getting too irritated. Don't worry about it at all. Okay. This model looks like what I had a lot in mind for the face and head. It does, because you can customize a lot of the parameters for the eyes, position and stuff in the face. So I was able to kind of get the look I was going for with kind of more droopy eyes. It is cozy season now. Yeah, it's the time for tea. She has an esophagus now, but it's not keeping and it's been a roller coaster. Oh, is it a is it similar to a transplant, or is it a like an implant device? Like tubing? I'm curious to know how that works. But yeah, I imagine the rejection on that would be insane. That'd be really difficult to deal with. But yeah, Mello, the PRISM model is absolutely amazing. It's been fun to play with. When I saw that it had the exact horns I wanted, I was like, yeah, I'm buying that. And I bought it the day after it released. Because it released pretty late in the evening for me. But I hope you're doing well, Mello. It's been a while since I've talked to you, and I know you've been dealing with a lot in your life too, and a lot of stuff been going on and really busy. But I hope you're doing good. You believe they took some tissue from her small intestine and stretched it out. That's interesting. Huh. That's kind of smart. That's really, really cool. I'm sad that it's not working out quite well, but I hope that it's treatable and they can find a fix for it. Hi, Jay. Welcome in. You work for a VTuber Corpo company now? What? Doing what? That's so cool! Your work hours are abysmal, but you're finally getting paid more now? Good, you deserve it. You work so hard, genuinely. Your staff side? Nice, nice. Well, congrats, that's awesome. I feel like that's really fitting for, you know, a lot of your experience in the past. And more fitting for what I think you should be doing instead of, you know, slaving away at a cafe. Or a bakery, I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if you're allowed to say what VTuber Corpo, but I'm curious if you can discuss it, or if you can DM me. She's been doing really good, and there's been complications here and there that make it hard. It's a both kind of thing. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of ups and downs, but I hope there is more ups than downs in the future for your niece. The bakery was okay. You worked at a restaurant for a while, and pay was good. You're just like, I'm getting old. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can imagine. That's a lot of physical labor, for sure. I can't imagine working at a restaurant. My heart would give out way too fast. I was really lucky with my old job where I could kind of sit down more often when I needed to, because my boss and manager were aware of my like capabilities, and it was fine. And then the job I got after was an office job, but now is kind of like limbo until I'm able to start working again. I don't know if I didn't quite describe the whole situation to you, Mello. Again, TLDR. Everyone that's coming, I've given the TLDR to. Dragon got his heart transplant. I think I mentioned that part to you. And I'm now his full-time caretaker, so I've been quite busy. I think a lot of people have gotten really busy at the end of the year here. A lot of stuff going on for everybody in the world. Hi, Sam. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna give shout outs to both of you. I don't know if Melody will stream again, but she is a cracked player at shit. Hold on, my brain is functioning. Marvel Rivals. Yeah, there it is. Cracked Marvel Rivals player. Hi, Gray. Welcome in. She is a very, very kind person. Been around, been my friend for quite a few years now, and I appreciate everything she's done for me. And for sample-sized, our cutest bee paladin. Oh, I have to wait another minute before I can give a shout out? Okay. You guys should go follow Sam. She does a lot of art, and her art is very, very good. Not Marvel Rivals you don't play anymore. You just do work. Sad. I mean, not as sad because I've heard the game kind of toxic now. Oh, you're Togs? Oh, you changed your name to Gray. Okay, I see. Okay, we're getting an ad soon. I'm kind of glad I never picked up Marvel Rivals. I think on one hand I would have enjoyed it, but on the other hand I would have gotten too competitive with it and been kind of like bleh again. I've been okay, Gray. Just been busy. I'll give the TLDR after ads. Actually, they haven't started yet, so I'll give it now. But Gray, Dragon here in chat had a heart transplant at the beginning of October, and we were busy at the hospital, and I am now his full-time caretaker. So I've been busy. We've been okay. He's healing really well, and things are looking up now. Oh, that's so sweet, Mellow. That is true, though. New heart, but same amount of love. He has been such an amazing person even throughout this process. I think... Okay, the BRB. ads are over. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Gray. Yeah, he's doing really well right now. He's recovering really, really well. So, despite a lot of stuff happening, it's been actually good. He's much better. He had has a genetic condition which caused the heart to fail, and you know, he wasn't doing very well before he needed it, and so he's actually doing surprisingly better than before the transplant. It seems he has a lot more energy and everything. So it's been a good thing. It's been a good thing so far. Okay. Almost finished my tea. There's like half a sip left. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that, you know, Mello, you're really right about like the same amount of love to give, because after the transplant, when he couldn't talk, he was writing on a board for a little bit. He was in and out, kind of like on the sedatives and everything, but he kept asking how everyone was and was so worried about everybody else except for himself during the whole process. He's always been such a like giving person. Very much like the kindest person I've ever met. Okay, and now that we're back from ads, I'm gonna give a shout out to Sam. Sample sized. Cutest bee paladin, and has amazing artwork. I forgot that the shadow system was a thing, so I will start using it more. Twitch has changed a lot in the last few years, and so I'm kind of relearning everything. Especially since I took such a long break. A lot of changes on the platform. Some of them good, some of them bad. I think all platforms change over time, whether or not they're good or bad changes. I think there's, you know, things you can do to kind of remedy that, or go get around some of the bad things. Though I do feel bad for some people that were, you know, close to certain milestones that were fucked over by Twitch's changes. Or had just seen, like, you know, growth in their viewership, and the viewership changes kind of changed, and... Or, that doesn't make sense. There was viewership changes, and so they lost a lot of that progress. But I think the best thing to do, and has always been the best thing to do as a creator on any platform, is to not just stick to one thing anymore. To kind of get yourself out there on every place you can. I've noticed shorts and like TikToks have been a really good platform for seeing growth, no matter how cringe it can be sometimes. And it can definitely be cringe. Some of those comments are crazy over there. And what's happening on those platforms. But I don't keep up too much with like all of the trends and all of the drama. I try to stay out of it. Alright, I wonder if we should keep chatting or if I should move to gaming or something. No drama llamas allowed here, exactly. Like, discussing some drama is fine, depending on, like, the topic. I just try to stay away from it if possible. Because there's certain topics I don't want to discuss, like on stream or on other platforms. But maybe one day I will have to. We'll see. I kind of, you know, keep to myself in that aspect. Certain things I don't see a point in discussing, to be frank. I think there's a lot of good in, you know, keeping out of things that do not concern me. Better for my mental health, that's for sure. That makes sense. Yeah, thank you. I don't know what I would play, actually. I could play Minecraft, but I kind of don't want to. And also, I don't really want to start up Heartworm and pick that up where we left off quite yet. I might wait until the day that I can invest more time into actually playing it. How was Halloween for me? Did I dress up? Okay. So because I was so busy in October, I didn't actually get a costume. I went to Spirit Halloween once, I grabbed some cute stuff, and then I was like, I can come back for a costume, but I was never able to. And because of Dragon's condition, we can't hand out candy, just because there is a chance that he could get sick from somebody that we don't know. So we kind of left a bowl of candy out, and then we had a friend over and kind of talked and hanged out for a little bit. Oh, yeah. There was a kid who took the entire bowl of candy, dumped it into his bag, and left, and crumpled up the little sign that said, "Please take one." So that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, we kind of just hung out, and me and the friend had a few drinks. Dragon doesn't drink alcohol, so. And I did my makeup. I kind of did like a vampire type look, where I did like dark makeup and did some like red veins around my eyes. Kind of like the Vampire Diaries look, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Which was cool. I think it would have been cooler if I had contact lenses. So I did dress up a little bit, but not fully, you know. But yeah, there was unfortunately a kid that kind of took all of the candy and didn't let the little kids get all their stuff. But it's fine, you know. The kids do that. Sounds like a cute costume. Thank you. Yeah, I just wore my normal clothes, but had like just kind of like vampire-esque makeup. Because I naturally have long canine teeth, so I don't even have to wear fangs for it to look kind of vampiric. Yeah, Vampire Diaries is a good show. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't think I ever finished it. I don't remember what season I left off on, but it's a good series. I liked it. The funny thing is, when I did wear the makeup, I went to the liquor store to get some drinks for me and our friend, and the cashier like kind of vaguely flirted with me. It was so awkward. He's like, "Don't bite me." When I was like walking away, I was like, "Oh, leave me alone, please." So I turned around and I just stared at him like that. Oh, I turned off my lighting. Oopsies. He didn't finish it either. I think there's like a certain point where it got a little convoluted, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching. The whole reincarnation bit with like all of the same person. It's been up for a while. I don't know if that like would be considered spoilers, but like that bit was like, huh, all right, kind of confusing. And then there was also the spin-off show, which I never fully watched either. I think there was 2 spin-off shows. You stopped around when the show got self-aware. Yeah. Maybe I should watch it again. It feels like a good fall, like autumn type show to watch. Before all the transplant stuff, I actually was watching Charmed. Because it felt nice to watch, you know, good Halloween-y vibes. See, was I watching anything else? I'm gonna mute this tab just in case anything starts auto-playing. No, I was just watching Charmed, I think. And I think a few anime with Blue. But I haven't finished any of those yet. I mean, I think we finished season 1 of one of the anime we were watching. But it's nice to kind of chill with some fall and autumn type shows, like witchcrafty and vampire stuff. My throat's starting to get a little aggravated here. You dressed up as a Gengar? Cute! That's so cute. I don't think I saw anyone dressed up as Pokemon when I looked at the window. 7th year in a row. Nice. I usually dress up as a witch or a vampire. Those are my 2 costumes. Gengar's a cute costume. Apparently there was a little girl dressed up as Nezuko from Demon Slayer. Which I didn't see her, but my friend pointed her out and I was like, oh, cute. Because I think I was cooking and I couldn't look out the window. Make it easy that way, yeah. Alright, have a good BRB. Hopefully next year I can have a more eventful Halloween. Because once Dragon kind of settles with, you know, all of the medication stuff, he should be able to be around more people. Like, technically he can be now. It's just, with kids specifically, I don't trust them to be washing their hands or keeping clean. And so that's kind of the part that scares me and scared him, so we didn't pass out candy. But he can theoretically, like, go into the grocery store without a mask or anything like that. Because he doesn't really have an immune system right now, and it's encouraged that he kind of rebuild it naturally. Kids are definitely little germ holders. Absolutely they are. And it's sick season. He was given some vaccines before the transplant, but again, he doesn't really have an immune system, so I don't fully trust it. Not quite yet. But yeah, he can go out and, you know, interact with people. Just, we have to be careful. Avoid anyone who's very obviously sick. Like, don't shake hands with someone that just, like, sneezed or coughed, you know? Kind of keep your distance. But we can be relatively normal. Avoid all children when you don't have an immune system. Yeah. They're just not very great at washing their hands or sneezing into their elbows. I think it was the best decision, even though it's a little unfortunate. I think next year we'll have fun, though. Dragon and I started doing the thing where we kind of have, like, couples costumes, and one year I was a witch, and he was, like, a little frog, and he painted himself green and had a bald cap. It was so silly. I think that was last year. So maybe we'll do something funny for next year. Just to kind of celebrate the fact that we can do something. It would also be nice. There's a Barnes & Noble near us, and I kind of want to go and, you know, walk around and get some books maybe. And I think he would enjoy walking around there too, and just kind of having a little comfy day in the shopping center. It's good for him to get out and walk around. Same for me too. I've been holed up inside, kind of taking care of him. I've been trying to get out and walk around, but I haven't been very good on myself either, and I recognize that I do need to be better, because if I'm not healthy, then he won't be healthy, because I'm kind of the only person who can spend all day and take care of him. A lot of his family members are busy or have, like, jobs, you know, or don't have, like, the medical awareness to know how to do all of his medication, which is a very, very intricate process, especially in a few months from now when we start tapering off of some of the medications. So I have to make sure I'm on top of myself and taking care of myself properly. I've been trying. I could do better, that's for sure. And that is to say to all of you to make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves too, because it's important. Not just for yourself, but for your friends and family, you know? Make sure you drink enough water, you're getting outside, brushing your teeth, taking showers, eating enough, working on your goals, and doing things you enjoy genuinely that aren't being online, like having hobbies outside of doing things online. Because I think that's really good for your mental health. I journal sometimes creatively, and I crochet. I haven't crocheted in a little bit, but it's because I lost a lot of my yarn due to a mouse living in it for a little bit. But I do want to go back into crocheting. It's a fun hobby. It's really relaxing. I think small things like that, even if you only spend a few minutes a day doing them, are really good for you. Oh, I guess I guess perfume is kind of my hobby still. Which I found out that smelling different smells consistently is really good for your brain, like to prevent dementia. Because your sense of smell is really important for memory. So smelling different scents, including like essential oils, if that's something you're into, is really good to kind of keep your brain sharp. As long as you do it consistently and you're smelling different things, not always the same thing. But my perfume sample collection is it's an investment into my brain to prevent dementia, and not because I'm totally addicted to buying perfumes. Not at all. Nope. I totally don't have a problem. Yeah, because scent and like your sense of smell is really important for memory. Smelling different things often is good to keep your brain healthy. Brain sharpness. Yep. It's a more effective than even doing like language learning or Sudoku or type puzzles or like playing instruments on your brain to prevent dementia. Not a problem. Yeah. Because I follow so many like perfume companies, I will get ads for free samples, and I immediately will just like input my information. Even it's like, we're gonna send you 5 million ads and also spam your email and flood them with shit you don't care about. And I'm like, yeah, okay, send me the smell good thingy. Thank you. I recently got a sample of one second. Sorry, I had to reach into my sample box. I got Amouage Guidance. It came with a little pamphlet. It says a spellbinding and novel interpretation of the Amouage triad of rose, frankincense, and ambergris. Guidance reads like a poem, smells like an embrace, and feels like words of wisdom. And its notes are pear, frankincense, hazelnut, saffron, rose, jasmine, sambac, osmanthus, cistus, sandalwood, akigala wood, ambergris, and vanilla. So I just recently got that one, which I thought it got lost in the mail, but it ended up arriving. So no, not 5 million ads. I know it can be kind of annoying, but I don't mind it because I get free samples. Even some magazines had product samples. I know, like the Ulta magazine would have little perfume samples in them. That was kind of fun when my mom would get them. Osmanthus? Yeah, I know. It's a really pretty note, and it sounds like a lot of ingredients. Yeah, perfumes can kind of be a lot. Some of them are more simple than others, but this one definitely has a lot to it. But speaking of osmanthus, there is a perfume house called one second. To Summer. It's based in China, and their perfumes used to only be sold in China, and it was really hard to come across them. And so I was talking to Blue one day, and he was like talking about how one of his friends is in Chongqing right now. And I was like, oh my god, can he get me this perfume? And I was like, I forgot the name exactly like of the perfume house. Let me look it up real quick. And I get to their website and I see it sells in America now. So I immediately bought this perfume without ever having smelled it because I didn't want to miss my chance on buying this perfume that used to be solely sold in China. And I'm pretty sure it's going to sell out pretty quick. I wonder, I could probably check the website now. But I've heard really good things about this perfume and I've been excited about it for a while. It's been on my covet list for a very long time. So that combined with the fact that I've been working really, really hard and I never got myself like a gift for, meeting a weight loss goal. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. This is a gift to myself for working so hard. It was expensive, but I think it was something that I had earned. Does it taste the same as you remember? Oh, you talk about the osmanthus wine or whatever. I haven't played Genshin a very long time. Yeah, 2 Summer Shop. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it's still available, which I'm kind of surprised. I believe 2 Summer is like a very small fragrance house. Did the perfume smell good? So the perfume sample, the homage guidance that I got, sorry, I forgot to mention that I smelled this one. Talk about the scent because I got distracted. But it smells kind of generic to me, unfortunately. I'm gonna give it a good chance. I'm gonna try and wear it a few times and see if I do like it or if I don't like it. But to me, it smells a lot like another perfume that I've tried, which is Lancome's Ardol perfume. So because they smell similar, I was like, it's not unique enough for me that it smells so similar. It's pretty, that's for sure. It's pretty. It's like a very like sweet floral. It's very strong though, so I don't think it's something that I can wear often. You know, I have to be very careful about how much I spray and what occasions I wear it for. And the other one, the Osmanthus Tea perfume from 2 Summer, I have not received yet because it ships internationally. It should be here, I think, towards the end of the month. So pretty quick for international shipping, but at the same time, it takes a little bit. But I will definitely do a review when I get it in, for sure, for sure. Because that one I'm so excited about. So excited. I'm hoping it can become kind of like a scent that I can wear for fall and winter. A signature scent for the fall and winter, because I did get the 30 ml. Yeah, 30 milliliters, so that's gonna last me like years. It's gonna last a long time. Because I've had oh no, am I dropping? Oh. That's weird. Okay. I've had 10 milliliter travel sprays last me quite a while. So I think 30 milliliters will last me a few years, that's for sure. Depending on how much you spray and how strong it is. My sample box is kind of overflowing right now. I need to get a new way to organize my stuff. See if I can bust this out and kind of give a better description of what it smells like. Oh, there's tiny little sample bottles in the back of everything. It's like... It smells kind of woody at first. Sandalwood can kind of get like a pickly smell to it, so that was kind of like my first impression. is it has that kind of like slight like wood pickle smell. But it's very like a like floral smell, very much floral. It smells kind of generic in the way that it has that perfumey smell, kind of like if you go into Sephora or Ulta or the section of like a mall with perfumes, like the perfume counter, it smells kind of like that whole mix of everything. I'm just write on the paper because I don't want to put it on my skin. Yeah. I get very woody at first, very woody floral. And then as it dried down, it definitely got sweeter. I don't know if you can hear me sniffing. Like it's pretty, it's just too generic for my taste, I think. I'm very picky. Like, my favorite perfumes so far have been PRISM, which is a very strong vanilla. I also really like Cashmere and Vanilla Essence by Donna Karan. Donna Karen? I don't know how to say it. Those two have been really good for vanilla scents that I've tried so far. I also really liked Dead Cool Taunt. It's like a clean vanilla smell. I also tried Milk, not the extra milk that's really popular, just the regular milk one. It's a very, very nice, like, clean skin scent. You know, like when you wash your body with kind of like just regular Dove soap, and then you get out of the shower and your skin smells kind of like that clean, sweet smell. That's what Dead Cool Milk smells to me, and I really like that for when I kind of just want something more toned down. What else have I tried that I really liked? I have one called, why can't I remember the name? It's lost on me. I'll remember in a minute. Let me go through some of my other samples. Some of them I decanted into little spray bottles because they came in the dabber, so you can't actually spray it. You have to, like, put it on your skin. Let's see. Oh, Remember Me by Jova Paris. That one is absolutely stunning. I really like that. Oh, J-Scent's like roasted green tea. That one's really nice. And then I have the Memories of Japan Discovery set from Denam. And I liked most of these. My favorites were Sakura Snow, Matcha Soft Serve, Strawberry Mochi Kimono, Arashiyama. Those ones I liked the best. And I'm almost out of all of these samples. And Denam just released a Memories of China set, which I'm excited to try. There's 6 samples instead of 9 for their usual sets, but they look absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. I have a habit of collecting, like, perfume samples. Or, I guess a hobby. I have a lot of samples and I've tried a lot of things. Oh, I remembered. I have the travel size of Valentino Donna Born in Roma, and I wear that one a lot. It's very, like, pretty, sweet cashmere scent. It's kind of wearable for all occasions. It just smells very like feminine to me. And it's easy to wear. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me very quickly. So I wear that one a lot. I think it's just easy to wear for when I don't really want to think about what to wear for perfume. I like vanilla scents a lot. I think that's kind of like my go-to now. I also really like tea scents, so I'm excited to try Osmanthus tea. Sorry, you caught me like wanting to talk about perfumes, so I can yap about that for even longer, just because it's such a interest of mine, I suppose. But I don't want to go too long when people probably are like, oh my god, can the perfume lady shut up now? But yeah, excited for new releases. I did apply for another free sample, which will probably be here in a while. And then I don't even remember what it was. I just saw a free sample and I clicked yes and put my information in. I guess I could check my email and see if I've gotten any news about any of that. It doesn't look like I have gotten any information about the Yeah. Doesn't look like I have any new information about the samples or the perfume yet. They kind of just arrive. It'll say like, it shipped, and then you kind of have a guessing game of when the samples from this thing will arrive. I thought it got lost in the mail, but then I read like the thing and it's like, it can take up to 30 days for it to ship. So I was like, okay, so it might be, or like to arrive, and it might be a while, but it came a little bit later, but also sooner than I expected. Later than I initially expected, and sooner than my sooner than I had thought after I realized. You probably have enough random plants in your backyard that you can make your own perfume. I wouldn't recommend making perfume out of ingredients you don't understand, because you could have allergic reactions pretty easily. There's actually very, very strict protocols for perfume and what you're allowed to use and what concentrations you're allowed to use it. However, there is a method of making perfume with kind of like a wax or oil. They used to do this with jasmine flowers because this is pretty much the only way to extract. I think they still do it. The only way to extract this scent out of it is to take a like fatty / waxy substance. Usually, I believe it was animal fat before now, which I think they use coconut oil for it. And you take it, the oil, you lay it out, and then you imprint the flowers into it. And then every day you put in new flowers so that over time the like kind of hardened oil. You don't want to do this with like liquid coconut oil, you want it with like the thicker stuff. I think there's specific waxes you can use, like beeswax. And you do that, you take the flowers, you imprint them into the wax, you change them out with fresh flowers every day for a week, I believe, and then you let it kind of sit and absorb the scent over time. And then it makes kind of its own perfume. You can apply the wax to your skin, the wax or oil to your skin, But I would definitely make sure to do research on what plants you have before you like do that. Just to make sure that you don't give yourself an allergic reaction or accidentally hurt yourself. Perfume making is very, very difficult in all reality. It's a lot of science and like measuring things out. Because you need a carrier alcohol or oil, depending on what you want to use. And then you have to use specific concentrations of oils to get like the effect you want. And a lot of things are called what is an accord, which basically means it's not an oil from like an actual plant, like cupcake accord, for example. Like you can't extract the scent directly from a cupcake and put it in a perfume, but you can use a lot of other natural materials like vanilla and stuff that smells like yeast or bread, and you mix those oils together and you can kind of get that cupcake smell. Perfume is like alchemy. Exactly. It kind of is. It's definitely a type of chemistry. A lot of it is weighing and measuring out the exact concentrations of oils to make the scent you want. You liked being weird and just doing random things and hoping they won't explode. Okay, now that's opposite of Dragon, who does random and weird things hoping they will explode. He's I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that on stream. Let's just say allegedly he was making pipe bombs.
Oh, they were pipe. Oh, calm down. The term pipe is not accurate.
For legal reasons, this is a joke. What? No, don't concern yourself with it. I'm joking, I'm joking. He had the ingredients to like make a pipe bomb, so he made like a jokes about it, but he didn't actually. He's like that VTuber Uo's Lab, where he like does like random like weird mad scientist stuff sometimes. Actually, speaking of Uo's Lab, I saw this video where he made headphones for your testicles. That was ridiculous. That's the weirdest thing I've seen him do. I mean, the cigarette stake was kind of like the weirdest thing. Honestly, the headphones for your balls wasn't the worst thing. Headphones for what now? He made, so there's a type of headphone called a bone conducting headphone, and it uses vibrations through your bones to make you hear sound, because the vibration of the tiny bone in your ear is what helps you hear things. Your brain like converts it. So like bone conduction headphones usually sit like on the outer part of your ear or like on your jaw or even inside your mouth and vibrate at a specific pattern to, you know, cause you to hear sound from the inside. So he made that same concept, but for his testicles. I could link the video. I don't know if he has the video up on YouTube yet. Or if it was only on Twitter. Yeah, I think it was on his Twitter. That's disgusting. It's, yeah. He doesn't show anything. There's nothing explicit like that he shows. Just it's like all of the stupid stuff is off camera, so you can't actually see. Oh gosh, I don't know where this clip is. Okay. I'll have to find it some other time, or you can look it up yourself. Or maybe it got struck. Maybe the post died just from the content it is. But okay, my throat is hurting quite a bit. So I think I'm gonna end stream here. Just so I don't hurt myself even more. It's gonna take me a while to build up my tolerance again for talking and make sure I'm taking care of my throat properly. Thank you, Gray. I'm gonna raid into Cinders, who is playing on her Minecraft server right now. Alright. Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!